And here's what it looks like. You have ClickHouse, you have ClickHouse Keeper running inside it. You have that Keeper config file that we just showed you, and then you have logs and snapshots. And as I want to emphasize again, put the logs on fast disk because that'll improve your throughput. The cool thing about this is, I mean, there were many ways this could have been done, but the cool thing is that because it replaces Zookeeper, it just works. So on cluster commands and replication, they work the same way as they ever did. You can use system.zookeeper to show the directory structure, the 4-letter commands work. You can use zk cli.sh or any other tools. They should all just work. I use zk cli.sh. You can't really tell the difference once you're inside. In fact, it's a little hard to tell the difference. So you can run this 4-letter command server, and there's several of these commands. They will print out what version they're at. And of course, you can see here that this is ClickHouse 22.3, and along with a few other stats. But this is really one of the few ways that you can really tell the difference from within ClickHouse that you're talking to ClickHouse Keeper. Important question that didn't have an answer until recently is how to migrate. So you're running, if you're starting out new, ClickHouse makes a lot of sense to go to ClickHouse Keeper. We'll talk about our assessment of it in just a minute, but you can just set it up and there's no migration because you're doing a new installation. But if you have Zookeeper and you want to migrate, there's a program called ClickHouse Keeper Converter, and that will convert your logs to the new format, and then you can just get going with ClickHouse Keeper. The documentation for this is pretty straightforward. The only difference is you want to test the daylights out of this before you apply it, because if you do move forward and you have a problem because you hit something unexpected, that would be an issue, because you can't really just revert Zookeeper back. You're now going to have inconsistent state. So test this very carefully. This is fairly new. Comes to the final question in this presentation: is ClickHouse Keeper ready for prime time? And Alexander, I think would say yes. Our assessment is it's getting there, and we mean this in the best possible way. I think that for me, I mostly have a developer outlook on this more than sort of a production DBA. It is incredibly convenient for development. I think this is a huge step forward. It also fixes a bunch of known problems like ZKID overflow. Our experience, we're starting to run it in large clusters, and so far so good. But the ClickHouse core team has done a really excellent job of testing this. They did a bunch of Jepsen tests on it, for example. It's been used in an increasing number of production servers, and including stuff that we're running. And our assessment is it's ready for production use on 22.3, which is the next ClickHouse LTS. And I want to say congratulations to Sasha Sapin for doing such a great job. It's a really, really great step forward. And we're looking forward to using it. And in future, we'll have a lot more information about, just, hey, here's the ins and outs of running this thing in production yourself.